Hello, welcome to AAUW Conversation and Connection. My name is Sharon Watson Hamilton. AAUW stands for the American Association of University Women. We are passionate about equality and education for women and young girls. And we advocate through education and advocacy to get them where they need to be. In Auburn, in hot Auburn, by the way, it's July and it is warm again today. We are quite known, AAUW Auburn is quite known for our Trivia Bee, which is a fundraiser. We have it in March, and this is the early plug for it for March of 2025. Our theme is going to be Sports Mania. For you have watched my show, you know I love our 49ers, and they're going to be starting in another month or so. So Sports Mania next March, be there with a team or root on your team. It should be a fun evening this year, at least for me, because I'm a sports fan. Anyway, this show is a way that we share with Auburn, the community, our mission, our membership, our events. It's just another avenue to share AAUW with the town. And I have different guests. I'm excited. I have a new member today. And so we're going to learn about her journey to find us and what she's involved in. She landed in Auburn couple years ago,
yeah,
and
about a year ago.
It is a whirlwind of stuff.
Yes.
So I would like to introduce Gayla Hibbert. Did I say it right? I probably messed it up too, didn't I?
It's very close.
Very
Hibbert.
close. Hibbert. Hibbert.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Gayla, thank you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
And we're going to just start out and have a nice talk about your journey to get to this day. And that we'll start with your story and how you found us in AAUW. Okay.
So, we moved here about a year ago.
Only a year
Yeah,
ago.
a little less than a year. And we are from Cupertino,
Okay.
my husband and I, and he retired probably about 4 years ago, and I retired prior to that when I was 55. So.
We don't give our age away. Prior to that's good. We're not going to get into specifics. Yeah. Okay.
So we had been visiting Auburn from time to time because we have friends up here and we have relatives who are nearby. And we love Auburn.
No.
We absolutely love Auburn. And so we decided to go ahead and move up for a month a couple years ago and just see what it was like. And we moved up here in July, so we knew it was going to be hot.
Yeah.
We knew what to expect. And then last year we rented for a few months and then ended up deciding, yes, this is definitely where we want to be.
What a smart thing to rent for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty smart to get to know the area, make sure it's where you want to have your forever home, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's, once you sell out in the Bay Area, it's very hard to get back in. So we wanted to be absolutely sure
Yeah.
this was it. And we were convinced that this was the wonderful community that we wanted to be a part of.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So how did you find AAUW? Did you seek us out?
I did. But I also have a mother-in-law who's been a part of AAUW for years and years and years.
Oh.
She is 90 now. So
Oh, wow.
Still a member.
Okay.
And just always spoke so highly about the different
Where
programs.
is she located?
She's in Lake Oroville.
Lake Oroville. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not too far away. And-
Right.
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And so she spoke so highly of it and was always very involved. And, the more I learned about Tech Track and the different opportunities for girls through your program, I just thought, when I moved to my retirement home, that's what I want to do. I want to join AAUW.
That is so great. And how did you find us? Did you find us on a website?
I did.
How did you? We're always wondering how that's working, right?
Yeah, I did. I found you through your website.
Great.
And I just showed up one night for a general meeting at the library,
Uh-huh.
at the Beecher Room.
Mm-hmm.
And Barbara.
Gerletti Weiss, yeah.
Yeah, she greeted me, and it was like, I was home.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. That is the flavor that Barbara eludes. And going back to the website, I do want to take a real quick thank you to Sandra Scott, Deb Sable, and I think Carol Daly is now involved. But they do a great job of trying to keep that up, and it's not always an easy job. So so glad you found us, and that meeting was on there, and you joined. Did you join that night or soon after?
Actually, I did.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I was with membership with Barbara close to it then, and yeah. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah,
that is
and I bought a book from Sue Rushton that night.
Oh.
Or two books.
At our Books for Books table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Susan is another one that just wonderful thank yous for our organization. She's one of the backbone pillars, and she sells books for $1. Yeah. Oh, that's fun that you did that. So then after you get involved with us, what else did you do within us? I know we have sections that people can get involved in. A lot of people, that's all they do. They want to be in a book section, and that's it. So I know you got involved in a couple things quickly.
Yeah, I got involved with drama reading.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that. In fact, I hosted it last time we had a meeting.
Okay, and Susan and Barb both are in that, right? Yeah.
And then I also got involved in a book group, and that Sue Dings hosts. And then now I'm also part of a book group that you host.
Oh, good. You're going to come back?
Yeah.
Oh, we invited her last time. I'm so glad you're going to come back. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah.
So, so I've gotten involved there. And then the other thing that was interesting is when I introduced myself that night, I remember Susan Roughgarden saying, "You have a speech and debate background. I need to talk to you."
Yep.
So we chatted, and I told her a little bit about being on a speech and debate team in high school, being on a speech and debate team in college on scholarship, and how much I enjoyed that, and then doing some coaching when I was a teacher.
Oh.
And
I could just see Susan getting bigger and bigger with all your statements. I could just see it. She's so great.
Yeah. And so she invited me to help out with Speech Track. And so to prepare for that, I wrote out an email and did some legwork and did some phone calling to teachers at the different high schools. And we got a good response, a really good response this year. We had a little over double what we had last year, I think.
The first year, I was more involved in the first year, and there were only 3 students, and they all won something because we have three first, second, and third place winners.
Right.
And then this year, I think she had 9.
Yeah.
And a couple couldn't attend the what do we call that? The
competition.
Showing.
Yeah.
And but still, what a grand time to have 7, 8, 9 young people doing debates. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
do you remember the topic?
Speeches.
I sort of
don't. It was on looking at public education. If you were to develop a curriculum, what kind of curriculum would you develop? And that would be accurate with, American history.
Okay.
Okay. And
what a hotbed right now with education and public education being on the forefront of criticism.
Exactly.
So wonderful for these young people to do that.
It was really wonderful. And Addison, who won, she was our first place winner, also went on to the state level.
Right.
And won first place there.
I know. That was
fabulous.
So exciting for our branch to have because Speech Track in itself, I think, it's only the second year for the state, too.
It is, yeah.
Susan Roughgarden just grabbed that and ran with it.
Yes.
And is almost single-handedly, with the help of people like you, she's really taken that forward.
Yeah.
But and then to win first place the second year, that's so exciting.
Yeah. So.
And we had there was another little gal that I actually interviewed for part of our Jubilee. Easton was her last name, but what was her first name? Oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd ever forget her first name. I loved her.
Yeah.
She came in second, and but she was great and did a wonderful job for our videos
Right.
that day.
Oh, that's
So,
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Susan also asked me to judge at that
That was fun.
tournament, and I absolutely loved doing that. But it was so hard
Yeah.
choosing.
Yeah.
And then, when we got out there and the judges were all talking amongst ourselves, it was like Addison kind of popped up to the top. But it was
yeah.
a tough choice.
It was a tough choice because I did it the first year, and again, tough choice, and you do have to kind of wait for that pop up, right? Yeah, because they're very close. Yeah,
They are.
And you had great judges this year too. You had the mayor.
Yeah, I
Mayor
met
Rachel.
the mayor for the first time.
Yeah, and she was a judge, and then the young man that helped so much, the coach, was a judge.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name either. Oh man,
He owns his own company and does speech coaching as his whole mission.
oh that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
he does
he-
it for corporate and education.
He
and
did actually
various
coach
places.
some of the young gals
He
too,
did,
right?
and did a
Yeah.
great job, I understand.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to look because
Annabelle.
Annabelle came in second.
Yeah.
So I knew I had her name. So, but she's been really fun and to watch. They're just fabulous people to watch
They are.
grow, right?
They really are.
So okay, drama reading, book group, speech trek involvement. You're going to continue with that, I hope.
Yeah, I am definitely going to continue with that. Susan and I have already talked about some
Good.
changes we can make for next year, and
Good.
we're really excited about it.
Good.
And then I also was involved in lobby days.
Okay, who gathered that together?
Well, I ended up being paired with a couple of women from Roseville,
Okay.
AAUW.
Okay.
And we were invited to meet with different representatives.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Susan Roughgarden's involved, isn't
Yes.
she? Yes, because she goes to bat for a few people, and okay,
Yeah,
good.
and we did ours on Zoom. We did not go in person,
Okay.
but that was really a wonderful opportunity to speak on behalf of legislation that I think is really important to women and girls.
Yeah.
And there was one particular piece of legislation that dealt with providing after care for women who have been victims of sexual assault.
Yeah, they've gone a long ways with that. In that they have the quiet rooms now, I think, and that kind of thing.
Yeah. And women, interestingly enough, who have Medi-Cal are given the opportunity to get not only their rape kit and the initial visit taken care of, but all their follow-up care is also covered.
Part of that. Okay.
But that has not been the case for women who have private insurance.
Oh.
So women who have private insurance were not given that opportunity.
Do you know where that bill is now?
It's in the health committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Everything's so slow. Committees.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, what a great passion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I was involved a little bit in some stuff at the senior center,
Mhm.
and I remember if you didn't have much money and you went to Medi-Cal or that level of income,
Mhm.
opened up a whole bunch of opportunities, which is marvelous. I'm not saying anything bad. If you have a lot of money, you kind of take care of yourself. For a bunch of us that fall in between, where we make just a little bit more money, we have
Mhm.
private insurance because that's what we can still afford.
Mhm.
It's a struggle sometimes because
Mhm.
you can't do things that maybe you used to when you were working,
Right.
and they're not open to you, the accessibility. I'm not saying that I'm not advocating one way or the other on that, but I just know it's a struggle,
Yeah.
and it'd be nice to have some middle ground on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Especially for women in this kind of situation, it should be covered.
definitely, I agree. So, well, healthcare in this state, of which I was a part for 33 years, it's struggling too. It's struggling to meet all the priorities and demands. So I tend to be real passionate about that as well. So anyway, okay, now outside of AAUW, this girl, she's only been here a little over a year. So can you share with us some of your other, because I know you're involved in other things. One of them is Susan Russian's Silver Screen.
Yeah.
We both do that on occasion.
Yes.
And what else? You're involved in music?
But I'm also a member of the First Congregational Church,
right?
The Church on the Hill.
Yeah.
Pastor Dan Spacek, and my husband and I, one of the reasons we joined that church was because I attended a choir rehearsal and was so impressed with Richard March, who's the choir director there, the worship leader, that I said that night, I said, this is the church we got to join. And so he came with me the following Sunday, and he agreed.
That was a good fit.
We so believe in the mission of the church and serving others, serving the community, and
the music,
as Christ does, right?
Yeah.
And the music, we love the music. In fact, we became members of the choir, and we're there every week for rehearsals, twice a week, and then we also during the summer the choir takes a break. So then my husband and I were asked to sing a duet.
Oh,
about 3 weeks ago. So we did The Prayer by Celine Dion and Andrew Bocelli.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, did you do it in Italian?
We did.
Oh, I'm so impressed.
My husband, because of his music background, had experience with singing Italian, but I had to read it phonetically.
That's wonderful, though. That duet is pretty stunning. I bet you did. Oh, did they record that?
No, they aren't recording this summer because Dan is not there and he has the equipment for doing that.
Oh, I bet that was so pretty.
Yeah,
we might have to have you and Dave do it for a meeting or something.
Okay.
That's just a beautiful song.
It is.
I've never heard it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful song.
Celine Dion and
Andrew Bocelli.
He does the Italian, she does English, and it's just beautiful together. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What else?
Oh,
that's not enough. We gotta have more.
I'm also really involved with my church in helping with one of the missions of the church. Also, is to increase awareness of mental illness and to provide a safe place for people with mental illness to attend and be welcomed. Mm-hmm. And so I was asked to do a speech at church, and it ended up being for about 60 people.
Oh, wow.
Along with a friend of mine from the Bay Area, and we did something called In Our Own Voice. And In Our Own Voice is where we share our journey with mental illness.
Wow.
So we talk about what happened to us, we talk about what works in terms of managing our illness, and we talk about what's next for us. Wow. And so as a result of doing that, we hopefully can reduce stigma, right, around the whole, put a friendly face with mental illness. And I have bipolar 2 disorder. So it's a real privilege to be able to do those. And I'm still involved with Santa Clara County with doing those speeches on Zoom for Kaiser twice a week or twice a month.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And it was really well received, so I was so grateful for that.
That always touches me too. There's not too many of us out there that it doesn't touch, and yet it's not treated as respectfully as it should sometimes. But I have my beloved nephew is bipolar, and he has had a horrible 20 years, and it. I don't know what to say about it other than. I love standing by him, but at a certain point it wore us all down. Mm-hmm. And so we just had to try to let him find his way. But he did go homeless. He's been hit by a car that crushed his legs. He can still walk. He's doing okay right now. But it's those kinds of programs that he has resourced to that help him out of it. Now, if he would stay on his meds, and if he would, huge, it is huge. And a way, they get so involved in an element of, it's a vicious circle sometimes, I think. I don't know. Can't speak for him.
Yeah, I think NAMI is really, NAMI sponsors this In Our Own Voice, and NAMI Placer County helped out with this program. NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Yes, that's one that National Alliance Mental Illness. Yes.
Is an excellent resource for people.
Yeah.
In Santa Clara County, we provide, in our own voice, we provide peer-to-peer classes for people who have a mental illness, and I teach those as well. And we talk about what causes mental illness, what are the symptoms, what are the ways to treat it, what are ways to talk to your provider, things like that. So it's really an excellent program. And then we also have a mentor program where you come alongside and you mentor someone who's just come out of the hospital and is transitioning back into their work and family lives.
Right. That's huge.
Yeah. And what we have up here at NAMI Placer County are family-to-family classes and family support group. And in that respect, we provide support to the family members and loved ones of people like yourself.
Yeah, I've gone to a couple of those. It's been a while, but I should get. I always thought when I retired I'd get more involved, and I haven't.
Yeah.
And no excuses. It's just my passion went different directions and my health went a different direction. But but in my heart, I think it's still a place for me somewhere in there.
Oh, we would love to have you. We would love to have you. And NAMI Placer County really does a great job of supporting people.
They are. Is Loretta Binge? Is that her name? Loretta's still involved in that?
It's not a name I'm...
okay.
Yeah, Aradna is now the president of the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. And to have that voice out there is wonderful.
Right.
And I don't know. It kind of makes me cry and makes me smile all together, right?
Yes.
So, okay, man, that's so much.
Yeah.
Do I have?
And can I mention one more thing?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Absolutely.
Dan Spacek and I are also teaching a class called it's about mental illness for the whole congregation and anybody involved in the community. We're going to be offering it this summer or this fall, and it'll be designed to look at things like therapy or recovery from a theological, a psychological, and a sociological point of view.
So, how are you advertising those?
So that'll be advertised on our social media.
And how about the newspaper? I mean, that's where I'm still antiquated, so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely talk to Jenny Serrano. We can work out maybe getting some sort of article or something.
You should, a couple of them ahead of time.
Yeah.
For those who might not know about it or gravitate to the social aspects or even know where to go. You know, sometimes people do put information on this, but if you don't know that's an avenue, you might not take it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, but now we have you. So you're my connection. Isn't that wonderful? So that'll be exciting. That'll be exciting for that whole program. You know, life is so full of things and fraught with concerns on so many layers, and so that's a great layer to be on.
Yeah.
So, anyway, okay, we've gone through a lot. Phil, how much time we got? I always ask Phil. Oh, he was almost getting ready to give us the 5-minute sign. Well, I'm going to take a few minutes. I know you're on an exciting venture in a couple weeks or in a week and a half or something.
Yeah.
And you are going to Paris. I'm going to have to travel vicariously. She's going to the Olympics, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I just, are you going to be there for opening ceremonies?
We will be there. We do not have tickets to opening ceremonies because it was very, very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
But we will be watching it in Paris.
An air conditioner and the best view, right? Right.
Yeah. We actually have tickets we're there for 10 days.
Oh, gosh.
And we have tickets for almost every day.
Oh,
So,
Gayla, I'm
have a number of
so
great tickets.
excited.
yeah, we're really excited.
Are you going to do like a video or something you could share later with
Well,
us?
I'll
Wouldn't that be
definitely
fun?
do something on Facebook. And
Okay.
and I'll take some video there
Again,
and
that
post it on
Facebook thing.
Facebook.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do Facebook.
Or maybe I can text it to you.
Okay,
You know,
okay,
or
yeah.
text you some photos and some.
Or just have something. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I do think opening ceremony. I'm not always passionate about the Olympics. I am a sports kind of nut, but they have golf this year.
Yeah.
They have break dancing.
Yeah.
They just opened it up to really cool events, as well as Simone's back.
Right. Exciting.
And the backdrop of Paris is, I just
Love
think
it.
it's beautiful. It's romantic. I've never been there, so
Yeah.
again, I kind of live through TV and
Yeah.
friends that go. But and the idea that they are going to come down the river right there.
The Seine.
Yes. I think that's just going to be a thrilling opening.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I can't wait for that. And I just hope Paris is ready and
Yes.
and good on them to even bring this whole thing. Anyway, I think that's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to
So-
be really exciting. And we've got some tickets to things like gymnastics.
Oh,
Men's gymnastics.
right. But that's okay.
It's very good though.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah.
And also trampoline and basketball and volleyball.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful trip.
Yeah.
So, gosh, you take my breath away. I
Oh.
think that you are such a good person to have in our organization, to have in the
Aw.
community. You came in on both feet running, you and Dave both, and that's. I just think sometimes when it's hot and I'm staying at home not doing anything, that I'm glad you're out there doing things. And it's so fun. Again, I want to support NAMI, get their name out there again.
Yes.
NAMI, NAMI.
Mhm.
And you can Google them and find
Yes,
out
we have a
anywhere. You can
website.
Google anything.
Mhm.
That's my theory. AAUW is so proud of you. I know you'll be involved in Speech Trek again, and
Yes.
Susan Roughgarden will be loving that.
Yeah.
So, again, I think we're just fortunate to have new members and exciting. And I'm so glad you came and talked with me today.
Oh, it's been my
So-
pleasure. Thank you so much for
it was
having
just
me.
great fun. I think of energy that is well spent. That's how we'll leave that. So, in that, it is warm. Everybody, please drink your water, including my husband. If you look at this, he just doesn't drink enough water. Anyway, stay cool, stay smart, take care of one another, and we'll see you next time.